And a new novel is out by online bestseller and self-published supernatural romance maven LaGuarde. The Piercing Falcon is a medieval romance thriller with a supernatural twist. Set in the world of Chaucer's Pilgrim's Progress, this steamy sex fest gets right under the kirtle of a medieval England where sprites and boggarts frolic alongside dark medieval sex vampires. Gawain is the bastard stepson of a Fey Earl, a race known for their skills in magic, music, deduction, and seduction. They control all human access to detectives. The Fey Court rarely enter the realms of humans, but when they do, they find work as magical detectives who can only be paid in sex. Gawain, estranged from his...
Hang on, sorry, I'm lost. What do the sex vampires do? They get paid in sex? Or
yeah, for doing detective work. They're sex detectives.
But they're vampires as well?
Sex vampires.
The sex vampires who work as detectives and get paid in sex.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Very
Gawain,
good.
we're introducing our protagonist now. Gawain, estranged from his Fey stepfather and exiled from the land of the Fey by the nasty curse of a hedge witch ex-lover, he must roam the world as a slutty errant minstrel detective, atoning for the skills of his past and banging ladies regularly. But none of them touch his heart. He spends his days in deduction and song and his nights wrestling with his darker Fey passions. His passion for sex. Until he breaks the curse. He cannot take his place in the court of the Fae, but must spend his life in the human realm as a half-musician, half-magician, solving crimes and doing spells while maintaining a career in the arts. He can only break the curse by finding true love, but true love is the only crime he can't solve.
What?
Gundred is the tone-deaf 14-year-old widow of an aging count. Purchased from her parents as the Count's fifth bride, she is married and immediately widowed as she finds her husband promptly murdered by magic on their wedding night, leaving her virginal, wealthy, under suspicion of witchcraft and wondering how to solve a murder. When Gundred sends to good King Ethelred for help in solving the mysterious murder of her aged husband, he sends Gawain, whose price for helping her is a single chaste kiss. A kiss that sparks flames deep in her 14-year-old widow's heart. Even though Gundred is totally tone-deaf and immune to his Fey sex magic, a spark flames between her and the magical detective minstrel. But even though the morals of the period would have found it perfectly acceptable, Gawain instinctively knows that she's too young for his sexy Fey magic penis. He promises to serve faithfully as her knight and long-distance mentor, and they exchange passionate letters via carrier pigeon as he travels from village to castle, swapping songs and law enforcement for sex and different kinds of sex-related stuff.
All right, this is some horny lockdown shit.
10 years later, a supernatural crime at a masquerade ball means the two must work together to solve another crime.
What is this ad in this book? Why would I buy the book after hearing this? I know everything in the book.
The two must work together to solve another crime of dark magic and darker passion and restore a priceless heirloom to Gawain's estranged stepfather, the Fey Earl, while also fighting their own rising desire to consummate their dormant connection by having sex.
Of course!
Gundred is all grown up and has desires that Gawain can feel in his Fey bones. One bone in particular.
Oh, Lord.
His honour demands chaste service towards his sworn lady, but Gundred and his penis demand more. Will these two medieval lovers untangle their crossed stars? Will Gawain open his heart as well as his pants to cure his curse? Will the hedge witch finally get her comeuppance? Will Gawain's stepfather's new wife accept the tone-deaf Gundred as her new stepdaughter-in-law at the musical court of the sexy Fae? Find out with The Piercing Falcon, available only in full scroll vellum manuscript and from all airport bookstores.
Jesus Christ. You know, sometimes less is more.